Good day, and thanks for stopping by GardenStateWeather.com, New Jersey and the Northern Mid-Atlantic region's weather news portal. I'm forecaster Robert Smith, and this is Tuesday's edition, October 18, 2011, of the Daily Video Forecast Discussion, and we've got a big rainstorm on the way. Starting things out with some sprinkles across the area this morning. These are probably minor because the dew points are so dry, so if any of these are reaching the ground, they're probably light at this point. Temperatures on the cool side, upper 40s to low and mid 50s this morning at sunrise. With the approaching storm, we have small craft advisories until Thursday morning, and these will begin late tonight into tomorrow as seas begin to build during tonight and tomorrow to 4 to 7 feet and 5 to 8 feet. Could be a coastal front somewhere in the vicinity of the area here from offshore New York all the way down through the Delmarva. Warm front, coastal front, and that's where some of the heavier rain will be along and just to the north and west of. So we're not so sure yet, but anyway, the seas are going to build and wave heights are going to be high. So small craft advisories in effect for tomorrow right through Thursday morning. Lots of stuff going on the water vapor this morning. Here's our tropical connection here just south of Florida, and this is a lot of showers and heavy rain and thunderstorms here. And we find a weak disturbance now shooting across the Pennsylvania area into the New York area. This is going to provide us with some clouds this morning and some sprinkles and then filtered sunshine this afternoon, but more high clouds obviously streaming in from the west. Here's our upper level disturbance across the plains, which is beginning to dive down. This upper level disturbance here and this system here in the Gulf will kind of combine to form a surface low along the Carolina coast, and that will begin to move up and over our area with moderate to heavy rain, even some thunderstorms tomorrow too. Can't be ruled out, especially along coastal sections. We'll get into that in just a moment. Now, most of the modeling are generally in the idea of the consensus for the storm. However, there are some differences between several of the models in terms of where the coastal front is going to set up. That's very important because as the system comes up the coast, we're going to be on the left-hand side, or actually the right-hand side of the storm. That's the warmer side. Also, the coastal front is going to be producing a lot of uplift on its own. So there's a lot of things that are going on with this system that will allow for it to produce anywhere from 1 to locally 3 inches of rain, especially where there is going to be thunderstorms. And we just don't know yet at this point if the thunderstorms and the heavier rain bands from this will be slightly offshore or just along the coast. And it looks now, especially if we looked at this morning's ETA model, that they're bringing in some of the precipitation right through the Delmarva, up through southern New Jersey, and then up towards coastal New York City and northeastern New Jersey. If folks, some of this precipitation is a little bit further west, then that's going to cause some small streams to begin to flood again by tomorrow night or early Thursday morning across northeastern New Jersey. However, if the coastal front remains just off the coast, the rainfall will not be as heavy right along the immediate northeastern New Jersey corridor near our major water river basins, and that will mean that we will have less flooding. Now, the potential for flooding exists only because, especially for small streams and rivers, because it takes about 2 inches of rain in a 3-hour period to produce the kind of flooding that would set off some streams and rivers to flood at least the main stem rivers. So right now there are no river or stream warnings in effect, but this is going to have to be something that's going to be monitored. The rainfall obviously is going to be very heavy tomorrow and tomorrow night, and then taper down to more showers by we get to the time period by tomorrow evening. And we could even get dry slotted here, just left over with some light drizzle or even light rain showers here as one low begins to start filling in and joining with the upper low across New York State and Pennsylvania, and then drifts northeast into Canada. Going through the forecast this morning into the afternoon over the next 48 hours, here comes the frontal boundary that crossed over yesterday. It's now beginning to move back north. This is going to be developing into a coastal front here on Wednesday and Wednesday night along the immediate coast as surface low pressure develops through the Mississippi Valley and joins forces with this low here in the Gulf. If we move forward in time tomorrow, tomorrow morning, around early morning, around 7 o'clock or so, we find the low that was in the Gulf is now along the Carolina coast, and one surface low still back through the Tennessee Valley. These two in conjunction here is our developing coastal front now, and this will form a strong coastal front here over the next 24 hours. And we can see the triple point here, the occlusion going on across Pennsylvania with the upper low, the surface low now right along the New Jersey coast, and here is the coastal front, warm front, that is set up in a very strong cold front back now through from the upper low all the way off to the Carolinas. So it's a very confusing map situation to look at, but the idea here is that east to southeast winds will become northeast, and they're going to strengthen. So there could be a possibility of gale force winds here along the coast or just offshore, and small craft advisories may need to be upgraded to gale warnings there. We just don't know that at this point yet, but the possibility is there. Tomorrow, periods of rain, heavy at times, especially north and west of the coastal front. And during the afternoon, the rain could be coming down. It's just going to be an ugly late afternoon and an evening commute, too. And the rainfall could be totaling anywhere from 1 to locally 3 inches across the area. And we'll just have to watch for small streams and river flooding. Definitely urban and street and highway flooding and ponding on water on roadways is going to be a big issue. Tomorrow is just going to be a mess. One other thing I want to mention is that after this entire low pressure system, both the surface low and the upper low begin to pull north into Canada, will join forces with an upper low here over Hudson's Bay, Canada. So it's going to kind of weaken and fill in and retrograde a little bit over the period from Thursday into Friday. A southerly flow and warmer air will try to get in here a little bit later Thursday afternoon. We could even see some sunshine, but there could be some more clouds just to the north and even a few sprinkles because of disturbances still rotating around it, moving through northern areas of Pennsylvania through upstate New York and southern New England. And then we should get into better weather on Friday, and definitely fair and much better weather for the weekend as very strong high pressure across the plains begins to build in across the eastern United States. Running short on time this morning, so we'll get back to the forecast here at the Weather Center during tonight. Any special updates or watches or warnings or anything are issued on our Twitter page, and of course any further updates will be issued on our homepage live here from GardenStateWeather.com. So you make it a good Tuesday and prepare for moderate to heavy rain and raw northeast wind around here on Wednesday and Wednesday night. I'm forecaster Robert Smith. I'll be back with you tonight for a special edition of the Daily Video Forecast discussion, and bright and early again tomorrow morning in the rain right here from GardenStateWeather.com. You make it a good day.